to the collapse experiment. Let's go for a walk, shall we? It is Sunday. I feel like doing a rant because people are pissing me off again. And I'm hoping to cover two subjects, but I have a feeling I'll just get stuck on one. And first of all, let's start with the one that actually affects you. Watched a couple of videos recently of people going to stores like Walmart. They go to the cash register, they cash out. They have an idea in their head as to how much they're spending, but then they get to the car and they're like, how did it come up to that much? Then they get home, they check the receipt, and they see that and this is a specific example, that tub of guacamole that was $3.99 rang up as $6.99. Even though the sign on the shelf said $3.99, the sticker on the item said $3.99, and yet that cash register screwed them out of what, $3? So yeah, this person also went back to the store because they were like, this is crazy. How can they do this to people when clearly the price was posted and that's not what it rang up as? So she goes to the customer service desk where they tell her it is what it is. Now I have two problems with that. One, you're running a business that operates on the fact that you post your prices. This is what people get charged when they check out. That's the agreed upon price. It's not, we're going to surprise you at the end and hope that you're not paying attention so we can screw you out of a couple of bucks. The second issue I have with that is anybody who says the phrase, it is what it is, they deserve to have their fucking nose broken. I hate that phrase. Clearly it is not what it is. It's a bullshit phrase used by bullshit people. And quite frankly, the world would be better without them. Yeah, so we have stores that are not keeping up with posting their prices. Prices are going up. People are getting screwed at the cash register. You don't even have a clerk, somebody ringing up stuff for you anymore. That's your job now. Congratulations. And they're not paying you to do it. Funny how that happened. I remember when I was paid to bag people's groceries. That was my first job. Now I do it for free. It's volunteer work. Quite frankly, I think we should be sending these stores a bill in the mail saying, hey, yeah, last time I was there I had to bag my own shit and didn't really get a discount. And, the machine was kind of rude to me. It was marking up my prices as I was trying to cash out. So, yeah, for my time and services, here's my bill. Would be nice. Even if I was to just charge them the $4.15 I was paid per hour to bag other people's stuff back when I first started working. Yeah. So yeah, that's the first thing that pissed me off this morning, and should probably keep an eye out for that. I have a feeling maybe it's time to stop going to the big stores. They're understaffed. They keep cutting staff. Notice how everything is self-checkout now. So it's just a computer. There's one person who, and I feel bad for that person. You know, you get that red light shining up above your thing, meaning that there's a problem. They come up, they don't know what the problem is. They just have to quickly figure it out. Could be you need to show your ID. It could be something needs to be weighed on the scale. You're getting irritated because it's like, why isn't somebody just ringing this up for me? That's how it's always been done. And instead you're doing the job of somebody else just because you want to leave and get home and deal with all the bullshit you have to deal with at home. So yeah, that's happening. That's awesome. The other thing that pissed me off today, actually it started last night, let's get real. I was trying to look up a recent episode of Bill Maher, Real Time with Bill Maher, because Andrew Yang was on. I wanted to know what Andrew Yang had to say this time around with his new political party, the Forward Party, which really I have a feeling it's just another way of saying the Progressive Party, which is really just the Democratic Party. A lot of partying going on, and I'm not invited. So for one, HBO Max, which is an app that we pay for, is not updating the shows. Like all the shows for Bill Maher that are listed on HBO Max are still listed for 2021. So none of the new stuff is getting posted. So that kind of pissed me off because during the pandemic, I was watching Bill Maher like every Saturday morning because the new episodes were on Friday night. So then I had to go to YouTube and I found the after show clips. Couldn't find anything from the actual show, so I don't know. Maybe HBO's like cracking down on people posting episodes of their shows like right after they air. I have no idea. But the fact that you pay for their product and even they're not posting it, that kind of pissed me off. So, anyways, Andrew Yang pissed me off because he's going on about like Trump and Russia and collusion and January 6th, and they're all talking about this Trump Russia January 6th bullshit like there wasn't a report that came out from the federal government, from the DOJ, saying, yeah, there's nothing here. It didn't happen. And Hillary just got hit with a fine for releasing the Steele dossier, which she knew to be fake. So Hillary's getting fined. They came out and finally said that it's all bullshit. And we have people like Bill Maher and Andrew Yang still out there saying there's something there. Okay, so that really irked me. Plus, they keep bringing up this whole like 7 hours of like deleted phone conversations or something from the White House and on January 6th, and come to find out, like, yeah, none of that shit's true either. It's because they ended up switching the landlines. So there are no holes in any of the call logs. It's just they don't like how it looks, and they think that they're being screwed out of information that doesn't exist. They're acting like Nixon's still president. That's kind of weird. So the last bit, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Jon Stewart's back. He disappears the moment Trump becomes president, right? He's just like, yeah, my career's over. I'm done. I'll support the black guy, but I'm not going to be around to make fun of the orange man. Which was kind of sad, because you think that would have been like a gold mine of material for him. But no, he steps down and gives it to an unfunny South African dude who, yeah, just totally ruined that show. Congratulations, Jon Stewart. I didn't hire somebody who was competent enough to replace you. But hey, you got to check off that box. Woo! So, yeah, Jon Stewart's back, and he's complaining about white people. And I don't know if he has any mirrors in that cabin in the woods that he lives in. He's got that farm that he started where it was like, you know, Bessie doesn't produce milk anymore, and instead of going to get slaughtered, she can live the rest of her life at Jon Stewart's vegetarian ranch. Yeah, so then he's debating this guy and he's talking about systemic racism and all this other stupid shit that I don't know what books he's been reading, but he needs to expand his mind and actually read some shit that matters besides Abram X. Kendi and Robin DiAngelo. Um, yeah, the cons that go out there and say that there's a problem that doesn't exist and that they're the only way to solve the problem and that they have the cure. And oh, by the way, this cure doesn't actually work, but if you keep working it, it'll eventually work, but you'll still be white, therefore you're still racist. Those books. Yeah. So I'm guessing Jon Stewart's been reading that shit. Either that or Bruce Willis isn't the one that needs to be leaving Hollywood, because apparently Bruce Willis is no longer doing movies because he's suffering from cognitive decline, which is really sad because I like Bruce Willis. He's done some of my favorite movies, Red, Die Hard. Come on, can't you can't go about your life and not watch Die Hard at least once. Um, yeah, so that's sad. But what do we get back in return? Fucking Jon Stewart. So I'm not happy about it. Jon Stewart, I wish would just. I wish he would have just stayed retired. He had a good run. He was funny during the Bush administration. He gave Obama some shit when he deserved it during that administration, and then he called it quits. It was shit, almost 16 years on TV, making people laugh and keeping people informed at the same time. And now he's out there pushing some weird cultist woke political bullshit, and it's not the Jon Stewart I wanted to remember. It's almost like you have those fond memories of Grandpa. Yeah, you go to the barbecues and he chase you around the yard, show you how to fish. And then there's really, really old Grandpa, where he's sitting in a diaper in the recliner and throwing stuff at the TV, and his pudding is too cold and doesn't know his daughter from his wife, and just it's not the Grandpa you want to remember. This is not the Jon Stewart I want to remember. And as for Bill Maher, it's like he's had some moments of like mental clarity where he's just, maybe the Democrats went too far with this, and man, what would we do to have Trump back right now? He said these things, and I don't know if it was when he just put the joint down and was like coming down from the high, and he's like, holy shit, wait, what's going on? Oh my god, this isn't what I signed up for. And then he says these things before he lights up again. I don't know. I don't know what Bill Maher's problem is, but he keeps doing this weird back and forth of wanting to believe the Trump hysteria, and then there's like he sees what Biden's doing and he's like, Trump was better than this, and then he has to go back to like, but Trump was siding with Putin, and it's like, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And the weird part is, if you try putting those two beliefs together, the one about what Biden is doing being absolutely horrible and how things were with Trump, why would Putin have tried to make life better for Americans for 4 years under Trump and then wait for Biden to be president? And you bring that up and you get some weird roundabout answer from people who just they cannot acknowledge the reality of the real world. They want to believe this story, the one that they've invested in for the last 6 years now. 6 years they have to believe in this shit because I don't know why. It's not like they put money into it. they didn't invest, well, unless they donated to Biden's campaign, but shit, you're just pissing your money away anyways when you give it to a politician. So I don't know. I don't understand. I'm one of those people that they believed the hype at one time. You know, I thought there was a PP tape. Come to find out it's Hunter Biden's. And by the way, when are they going to actually go after Hunter Biden for having sex with his niece? The guy had sex with his niece. I don't care if she used her feet or not. He had sex with his niece. I'm pretty sure that's a fucking crime. So that's about it. I'm gonna head back inside now. I think I'm done ranting for the day. I'm actually gonna try to stay off the phone, and I don't know what I could actually get done. It's pretty cold outside. Uh, I'm guessing it's still got to be in the low 30s, high 20s. Not much I can really do, although the ground isn't frozen, so that's that was an upside today, because dog didn't kill one bird, dog killed two birds. And no, it wasn't the rooster. The other one that dropped dead in the middle of the night was my barred rock, which that one sucked. She was the first bird that let me actually like pick her up and carry her around and pet her and stuff. So I'm just hoping I've got 1 or 2 eggs in the incubator right now from her, because it'd be nice to have a barred rock again. I mean, I can always go to the tractor store and buy a couple more, but just not going to be the same. So hopefully we'll have another barred rock on the way, but it'll be probably another 15 days before we know. I gotta check some eggs today to see if they're even fertilized. So yeah, I've got something to do today. Keep on typing.